said a few minutes back, I think Canada got that wake-up call.
They sure did.
Emergency meetings in the Parliament now, trying to come up with security measures and enhancing their security.
Well, they have to now. They have no choice.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Did you see the reaction of the Prime Minister of Canada? Did you hear what he said?
No, I didn't get to see that, Jake.
Well, basically what he said was, now we're going to take the fight to them. They've brought it here. They started it. We're going to finish it, and they're not going to rest. He said. I don't know how true that is, but he sounded pretty good. That's all I got to say. Right away, they called it for what it was. It was a terrorist attack. Now he said, these people won't rest. That basically is what he said.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever heard this president talk like that? I think he did once, and he bypassed it in 30 seconds.
Yeah, not that I don't really recall, to be quite honest with you. I don't really recall that,
But yeah, so, and then, keeping up with the conversation, what was it? There was a couple of cops in New York City who were attacked by a deranged individual with a hatchet. Although we don't have the full details on that one. I mean, come on. What do you need? You got to have the friggin' hatchet planted in your head or behind your neck for you to understand in the split second before you die that, oh shit, I made a mistake. People need to wake up, ladies and gentlemen. You need to wake up, and you need to talk to your friends and family about this, because it's going to get worse before it gets any better. And if we don't hit them where they live, if we don't put those boots on the ground, because nobody wants to say those words anymore, boots on the ground. God forbid you should put the best troops in the fucking world on the ground to settle a problem instead of waiting a year and training someone who ain't going to do a quarter of the job that we can do and in 1/3 the time. Does it make sense?
I know even Andrew has cited many examples in his country of things that are going on with regard to the same type of stuff, attacks on folks by some of the Muslim persuasion, the radicals. Sorry. I don't know why I'm not hearing you, buddy.
Ernie, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yes, again, you're listening to Sands and Abbott, a conversation talking about some different events going on around the world, the craziness around our world. And it is certainly crazy stuff happening. Matter of fact, we were going to, on the news, if you have the news on now, right now, there was another school shooting near Seattle, Washington, up in the town of Marysville, Washington, today. And it's still a fluid situation as it's on the television now. It's they're interviewing some kids that saw the shooting, and the kids are filing out, and it's another. And this school had a resource officer assigned to it. A lot of people have been saying that all schools, we should have a resource officer to protect the children, but many times if a person has the will, they'll find a way, man, if they need to. It's a sad state of affairs.
We're talking about what's going on up in where is this again?
Up in Marysville, Washington.
In Washington State?
Of Seattle, yeah. The Marysville Pitchuk High School. Plychuk. But apparently there's been some casualties. I don't know what the police officers are going room to room, I guess, to route out the person responsible. But it's a sad statement, man, of our country, man. I don't know. We
were talking about this before we started the show when you mentioned it to me for the first time, because I hadn't heard about this. We were talking about it, and it's... I don't know what's going through the minds of these kids today. I just don't get it. Maybe they got their heads too far into these devices and computers and phones. I don't know. They're listening to the wrong people, or maybe just liberalism is killing this country and are young. I don't know. But Something's
Well,
got to give
you got
here.
to say it's the music and the games and
I don't know. There's arguments to be had about that, but I'm not quite sure that's it. Because we had music in our day. I mean, it wasn't like today. Well, I don't know. You see, that's a tough argument, Ernie. I don't know about that. That's a tough argument.
listen
It's
to
a
some of that
possibility.
hardcore gangster rap with.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But I mean, there was music in our day we had that was considered hardcore. I mean, I don't know. See, that's I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. To blame music or even movies or games. I mean, I guess altogether it all adds up to something. I don't know what. I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, but I guess if you add it all up together, it means something.
Yeah, Andrew's saying in the chat room, most schools in Israel have armed guards. School shootings, 0.
Oh, well, now wait a minute. Now, well, let's not talk about Israel. These people live under threat every minute of every single day. There isn't a day that goes by that these people don't live, with the threat of being killed every single minute of every day. Their kids can't play outside like normal kids because the minute something happens, these kids have to be within, I think, 100 yards of what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, they lobbed them rockets in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they have these places that they all run to when those sirens go off, and they've only got like about 15, 20 seconds to get indoors and into these bunkers, so to speak.
Bomb shelters.
Yeah, the bomb shelters. All over the place. I mean, that's insane, man, to live like that. I mean, imagine that in your neighborhood, that you can't let your kids out. And if you do let them out, they can't be more than 100 yards from where you are because they have to be indoors within 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, well, reality
to
over
save
there
their lives.
says that's the way they have to do things, man. That's what they got to do.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to do.
They're doing what they got to do to protect their people.
And they're doing it. But I'm saying, my point is, to have to live like that.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't imagine.
Every minute of every day.
I can't imagine.
They can't go out like our kids go out and play. You don't worry about them for an hour or so. You're looking on them. You check them now. I mean, it's not like when I was a kid. We were in the street for 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day. I'm going out. All right, be back for dinner. And that was 4 hours. Roaming the street. Nobody knew. I mean, not that they didn't know, but it's just a different time. And I don't know, Ernie. I just don't know what to say. It's again. I mentioned this earlier. We were talking off the air. I've become my father.
Yeah, we all get there eventually.
It's true. The older you get, and it's true. The older you get, the more conservative you become. So I wish that the young people today would just don't waste all that time. Just embrace conservatism a little bit. Don't just poo-poo it and forget about it. Oh, that's for my father. It's not, because you're going to get there one day. You will. And I guess it comes with age and wisdom. I don't know.
Yeah, well, there were many times my father gave me some advice. And he let me make my own decision, but he would, give me his thoughts on different things. And most times I would go against what he was professing or what he was trying to teach me. At my detriment, most every time, it bit me in the ass. And
but at least you had the choice. You made your decision, and you were held responsible for the decision that you made. But you were given the information.
Absolutely.
And you want to make that decision? That's fine. Here's what's going to happen. All right? You're more than free to make that decision. Be my guest. But know that you will be responsible for what you say and do.
Yeah, and I cannot think of one example of where he was wrong, to be quite honest with you.
Because our elders are because they've done it. We keep forgetting this. This happens every single generation, and the generation before thinks that they're smarter than the one before them, and it just or after them actually. And it's that just doesn't happen, man. The elders
18,
know
19,
better.
20, you're invincible. You got you know everything. You got the world by the balls.
You're never gonna grow old. You're never gonna die. I'm not gonna die. I got 60, 70 years yet. In our case, it was like, wow, I got 50 years to go yet. I was 20 years old. Now we're living till our 90s, in the hundreds. It's not unheard of. People are living beyond 100 years old now.
Andrew says, "Yeah, my worst day on earth was when I knew my father was right."
Yeah, see, there you go.
He was. Damn, he got smart overnight. Really?
There you go.
Absolutely. I think many of us have had that experience. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it, my friend.
So now I won't. Next time we meet, it'll be Halloween Day. Are we going to do it Halloween Day, or you got what do you got going on, man? You going to be walking around with the kids?
Oh, you're talking about next Friday? Yeah, Halloween doesn't
next
really
Friday's
start.
Halloween.
Well, we'll come with our costume voices on, all right?
With our voice mod technology.
No. But no,
Damn,
Halloween
I was like
doesn't
an hour
really.
and a half into the show last night, and I didn't. I had changed it to the low mod, so I'm talking like
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking like what was his name? The singer there, Barry White.
Oh, really?
And I turned on just to listen to see how the show was sounding on the air, and I'm hearing myself talking, and it's like with the Barry White voice. I'm like, whoop, I'm gonna change the voice mod back. Nobody said a word to me for like an hour and a half. It tells how much they were paying attention to me.
There you go. The
ladies in the chat. But so that you don't get all costumed up, do you?
I haven't in a while. I don't know. We'll see this year. I doubt it. Those days are. I guess it's just that it doesn't pay. You're gonna get all that. Take that time to stand by the door and try and scare a kid who's gonna look up at you and laugh. Give me my candy. I'm out of here.
Debbie's trying to get me into this Tarzan outfit. She's been tying up these ropes from the beams in
I
the
just
house.
got a
She's tying
friggin'
all these ropes up there.
I got a visual of that one.
Over here. Try it on, hon. Let me see how it looks.
Yeah, let me see how it looks. Yeah, grab the rope, swing over
Practice
here. Come here.
Oh. She's having me practice that stuff. Man, I don't know what's going on. No, you gotta get me pretty loaded to be putting that shit on. Let me tell you right now.
Man, too funny.
But I usually she walks around with the kids, and I usually hang by the door, and then when they come back, I vacate back down into the caverns of Ouija Radio Studios and make sure they save all the good candy for me.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, are you sitting there in your Tarzan costume?
Yeah, how's it look? Figure I'd try it on. It's a little cold out though. I don't know.
Cold enough to measure shrinkage?
Yeah. Shrinkage is definitely going to be a factor this Halloween. It's predicted to be kind of cool down into the 40s. So definitely will be a factor, no doubt about it. The package will be receding into the
into the bowels of the. Never mind.
Yeah, like a turtle freaking hibernating in the winter. You know what I mean?
Oh, jeez, that's too funny.
But it's great seeing the ladies back over here following us and listening to the conversation.
Yeah, they're in. Brown-eyed girl has changed her picture, looking sweet there. In fact, Sweet Smile says earlier that she thinks that brown-eyed girl looks like Kiss Kiss in that picture.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Maybe the style of the picture.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, they're both beautiful girls, so.
Definitely both cute, no doubt about it.
Without a doubt.
Andrew's pretty cute too, though.
Oh, is he? Yeah. I can't. That picture's like. Oh, wait a minute. Is that outfit going to your head there, Ernie? You better stop that, cause.
Oh! I gotta work on that yell.
I don't know how the hell we got from a school shooting to Tarzan. How did this happen?
She got all these jungle sound CDs too, man. I don't know what the hell. Yeah, with the bongos and
with the monkeys in the background,
the trees. Yeah, the monkeys and the cockatoos.
Oh man!
I don't know. You gotta spice things up every now and then. After 20, how many years has it been?
Spice it up is one thing. Almost killing yourself is another. Ropes, they're not easy to transverse. Bump. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, think about it. Oh, Jesus.
I hear you on that one.
So I changed my picture, but it didn't change. Let's see if it changed yet. I'm still trying to put up the naked
I saw your new
Sweet
picture.
Smiles.
Oh, you got another new picture you're going to put up there?
There it is.
What is that?